heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid.
Go, 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 Rachel, go! Goes out here wide open, and an easy score.
The Missouri Sports Network and Allen Hilliard Sports are proud to come together and sponsor and provide coverage and games, including live shows of sports and live games. Be sure to check them out, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, or check out the scoreboard guy, Guy Newcomb, for all your sports coverage.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
The Licking Booster Club is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Licking Lady Wildcats and Wildcats. Good luck to them this season, including in the Frisco League Tournament. Aspire to become you as a counseling service in Pulaski County, Missouri. Give them a call for all your counseling needs. They are proud supporters of Allen Hilliard Sports and the area schools. The Armed Services YMCA of Fort Leonard Wood is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard and Allen Hilliard Sports, along with opportunities to volunteer for basketball coaching in the community. They also provide services, whether it's food services or clothing for active duty, retired, and other service members on Fort Leonard Wood. Be sure to check them out on Fort Leonard Wood by the post office. Allen Hilliard Sports would like to thank the Arena League and would also like to mention that we are going to be broadcasting more Arena League football games next year. Be sure to check them out on the Arena League YouTube page. Lots of videos and highlights on that for your viewing pleasure. Games will start in the spring and summer.
Take your time here. Coach Katie Pritchard here with me, joining me now. And Coach, good game earlier there. Gave you a little bit of a later start than you would have had otherwise.
Yeah, I think some motivation to go out and get that win. Might have been for the girls to be able to sleep it. I know they really wanted that, but I was proud of them. They won a good game today.
But it was a good game, though. The girls did play, seemed like a lot better control during that game.
Yeah, I think they really been working hard in practice on getting away pressure and trying to figure it out, play a little bit more under control.
Yep. So, Coach, kind of how do you summarize the season so far since really about halfway through?
I'm excited about where we are. We played a really tough schedule. We started out the season playing 3 state-ranked teams, Class 5, Class 6 teams, and down in Branson. And it was tough for us, but I think we grew a lot from that. I think the team that we are now, as opposed to where we were then, is significantly different. And I like the direction we're headed in.
And then even the St. Elizabeth, not many people would think that'd be a tough game, but really, one of the small schools that purposely tries to play the bigger schools and, every year is in the Final Four and something, boys and girls.
They're historically a very, very good program. They run a great K-12, girls program down there. Against Southwest Missouri, class size doesn't always matter, especially when it comes to girls basketball.
For example, that all the area Frisco League schools around that, very competitive, probably 4 or 5 Frisco League schools, be great competitors on a schedule for any team to have.
Yeah, they've got a lot of really good girls basketball coaches around, a lot of good programs, a lot of good players. It's exciting that there's so much of that going on around us.
Yep. So, Coach, you've obviously played here a few times in your career in this gym here, kind of, coming back, coaching here in this gym. Is it, what's kind of different about that, or does it bring back some of the memories from back in the day you played down in Drury?
Yeah, the only thing that's different is I have a lot less control now. The girls are the ones out there making plays and getting it done. And, there's some good memories here, but I'm really excited and glad that we got to create some new ones here with this team.
Yeah. And then, of course, some memories from a few years ago, in districts with Rolla there, pulled off an upset or two. In districts also at the same time, so, no stranger to this area even when you were down in Marshfield. And
yeah, I love playing up here. I love Raleigh's gym. The new gym's nice, but man, I love the old gym and how loud it was. The energy that was in there always flowing, so it's always fun to be in Raleigh playing.
I've always suggested that, we do a old school game where we play in the old middle school one of these days. Because that gym was the same way, just packed that gym with a few thousand people, and you couldn't hear a thing in that building.
Oh, yeah, I remember those games when I was little, and just a kid, and the energy it brought, and how much fun I had with that. It doesn't matter if you're the home team or the away team. Being in a gym with that kind of energy is just an exciting brand of basketball.
Yep, I just think, the small towns really do a good job of keeping that going there where, the bigger gyms are nice, but you just don't get that kind of environment all the time.
Yeah, it's a special feel, and we've got a lot of that good stuff going on in this area.
All right, so good Christmas plans, I guess? Or did you have a good Christmas overall?
I had a fantastic Christmas. Both my sisters came home, and my month-old niece came in, and so we had a nice time just relaxing together.
Always good to have all the family around. And
always, that's what it's all about right there.
Yep. And then now taking a break, what's your schedule looking like after this? Do you get a break for a little bit, for a week or two? Or?
Oh, no, we see what we're made of. Go out there and play some of the best.
A little bit loud over here, but
I love it.
We'll have a lot of your girls' games there. And
the loud's good because it's Tiger loud.
Yeah. We got Parker here. Parker's a little more serious about things.
Those Parker's getting excited. Excited to see what they can do the rest of the year and where they are at the end of the season. He's really building something good.
Yep, and then especially next year, looking at some of these kids, they'll still be here, and good chance with some of the middle schoolers coming up to incorporate them a little bit, and ninth graders.
They've got a lot of talent. They're young. They're playing a tough schedule, which is always going to benefit them in the long run.
Yep, and then looking at the schedules, girls too. You're going to have some freshman girls coming in next year, moving up a little bit, and you'll have some 8th graders that may be moving up a little there. And with Waynesville, it's always the move-in kids that you never know about.
Yeah, you don't know, but right now we've got a lot of local kids that are on the varsity level. I got to watch them play against them for a while, and it's fun to see them and coach them this time around.
Yep, and then do you kind of watch some of the, know some of the families with the kids in the youth basketball leagues?
Oh, yeah.
So now you got Waynesville that does that, Fort Leonard Wood does it.
Yeah, that's where it starts. That's where it's got to start first. Get the basketball in their hands. So that's going to be a big goal of ours to get that stuff going on a really consistent basis and get girls playing together as groups.
Yep, I think the biggest thing with a lot of that is just getting them used to playing there. You get the kids that don't want to really go out and play, and you just kind of throw them out there sometimes. You go, well, you're starting, so.
Yeah, well, everything's more fun when you're good at it. So the younger you get them playing and the quicker they can build that skill, the more fun they're going to have, the more they're going to want to do it. And it's all built from there.
Yeah, because a lot of it's just building up that confidence for a lot of the players that they can actually compete and do things.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a lot of good athletes around.
One of Waynesville's issues, just not a lot of height.
It all comes around.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of heart. We make up for a lot of things in that arena.
Now, there's some height area-wise though around. Have you watched some of those area games? Had a chance to see some of them?
I haven't been around and watched as much as I'd like to. Just been really locked in with our kids and getting to know them and see what we can do together. But I'd like to the second half of the season get out and watch all of it.
Especially up there in Dixon, you go up to one of those where you get, especially one of the boys' games. I mean, they pack their gym, 800 to 1,000 people, and you can't hear yourself talking in that gym during the game.
Oh yeah, it's fun. And Dixon's got a story program. Shout out Kansas State, Missouri. And, they've continued to build that tradition. And, it's a cool environment. It's fun stuff.
Well, in Waynesville, a lot of people are realizing, they were part of all the Frisco League until 1959 there. They were, in that league there with Lebanon included. And I think Marshfield at one time was part of that. And that, that just kind of shows the difference in how some of the schools grew. And, well, for instance, Nixa and Ozark down there, they used to be class 2 and 3 and everything. And now they're the biggest that you can go.
Yeah, Springfield's growing out, and it continues to do so. Often, Willard's going to continue to grow in the public and some of those places. And, people want to get out and be around land and just continue to expand. And they're doing a good job out there in their program.
Yeah. Really, Waynesville's another one where, with growth right now, building a new building and new elementary school and rebuilding some more. But we're going to take a quick break here while we have a timeout, and we'll be back. And we are back here. We got, I think it's Reagan Grosvenor here. It's one of the Grosvenors.
Yeah.
So Reagan, again, so how's the season coming along overall?
Pretty good.
But anyways, the going through the schedule so far, working together from last year, how's the team coming together through the whole process? And it seems like, especially today, the team worked together real well there.
I think we're definitely learning with a different coach. It's been hard to just go in right away and learn, but I think we're definitely getting better each game.
Yep. And then you being a junior there, I think you're a junior, right? So you're looking at college plans now, or what you're going to do. I'm sure they want you to be a, doctor or something, right?
I don't know.
What are you going to do when you grow up?
No, not yet, but I don't want to be in a medical field.
I think if you ask a lot of people what they do when they grow up, their answer is, when they're 30 years old, is I don't know yet. I think a lot of it's about, just changing. You may change things a lot there. But, some of the games here, compared to playing at home, how does it feel to play at places like this? And then going down to Branson where you have that shootout, and then I think you've played down at Missouri State. Have you played down there before in that gym?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think the pink and white used to was at Kickapoo and all that. But kind of how's it feel to be playing on a floor like this compared to, one that you're used to, where you've got the goals that are very, the goals are, the depth's different when you're looking at them.
Yeah, it's different, especially the three-point line.
And the three-point line.
Yesterday, because we were talking about how far out different lines
Yep.
are. And we said, my line is not our line, and Reagan decided she's going to shoot behind it. But she did.
And the three-point line is that line you can't actually see right there. It's not the white one, it's the line that you can't see. But, so holidays, did you have a good family get together there? I'm sure you got that new car that you wanted, right? You didn't get the new car you wanted?
No, still gotta share with Riley.
Don't worry, I'm sure that they will find you the finest 1980 station wagon. Just tell them you want a truckster.
I don't even know that.
Oh, you would be the most popular person in the world to have the truckster. So what's one of the fun things that you like about basketball, though? That why you play basketball? Because
The competition, probably. And it's fast.
Hey, Demarion, stay with 5, Demarion! Stay with 5!
yeah, the thinking part of it, you got about a half second to figure out where the ball's going because it goes very quickly there.
Yeah, there's one thing I don't have to worry about with Riley, that's being competitive. They want to win. They get after it in practice sometimes. at each other.
Yeah. And then some goals. Are you gonna try to play basketball in college, or are you gonna try to?
I haven't decided between basketball and softball. I might try to do both.
Yeah, softball. You had some pretty good plays in softball there. We had a few of those broadcasts, and should have some more of them next year. All right, we're about to go into the quarter, so I appreciate it there. All right, Coach Pritchard, I appreciate it too there, and have a, good luck tomorrow. We will see you tomorrow morning.
We appreciate you covering our kids.
Yep, not a problem.
Patrick, Jake from State Farm, explain this bundling thing again.
All right, Coach Reed. Let's say these fries are your car, right? And
And this burger is your home.
Okay.
it can be more affordable if you bundle them together.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Kind of like a combo meal.
Explain it again with those nuggies.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cameron Irway is your local State Farm provider for the Salem-Licking area. He's also a supporter of the Licking Lady Wildcats and Wildcats basketball programs. Give him a call for all your insurance needs. Shelton Welding and Custom Fab and Repair is your local welding and fab repair place. Whether you need a repair done at his shop or you're at your own house, give him a call. He can work on stainless, cast, aluminum, whatever you need, give Shelton a call. Allen Hilliard Sports would like to thank the Ozark Slunkers for allowing me to do their coverage of their games this year, and we'll be doing their coverage again in the spring and the summer as the Ozark Slunkers will take their second season of the Arena League. This will be 7 p.m. games at the Wilson Logistics Arena. Perez Lawn Care is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and all the area schools in this community. Check them out for all your yard working needs, whether it be mowing grass, weed eating, they can do it all. Perez Lawn Care. Check them out on Facebook. And the Plato Athletic Booster Club is a proud supporter of the Plato Eagles and Lady Eagles in this year's Frisco League tournament. Be sure to check them out as the Eagles and Lady Eagles compete for a tournament championship. And good luck the rest of the season from Plato Booster Club. Allen Hilliard Sports would like to thank the Waynesville School District and everybody for making Waynesville sports possible this season. Good luck to the Waynesville Tigers. Bank of Crocker is a proud sponsor of Allen Hilliard Sports, the Waynesville Tigers area sports teams. Since 1911, they have been in Pulaski County supporting businesses and the local community. Check them out at many convenient locations in Richland, Waynesville, and Crocker. Member FDIC. The Barn at Honeysuckle Farm since 2017 has been your premier wedding venue in Pulaski County area and Miller County. Great venue, great people to work with. Check them out. Proud supporters of the Iberia Rangers throughout all their sports this season and supporters of Allen Hilliard Sports. Allen Hilliard Sports would like to thank Brian Borum again of Cross Creek Realty. He has been a supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports for several years now and continues to support the Frisco League, including the Crocker Lions and the Frisco League basketball tournament. We want to again thank him for his support, and good luck, Lions.
We got a guest coming over here. We got the Waynesville head coach Caruso to talk a little bit here to us. St. Pius up with the basket. And we're going to talk to him for a little bit here, so get to enjoy some conversation. All right, Coach Caruso, how are you doing today?
Alan, I'm doing all right, Alan. How are you today?
Pretty good. It should pick it up pretty well.
Okay.
Anyways, Coach, so how's the holidays so far there?
The holidays have been good to us. We're living the NBA life right now, so we just wake up and we play basketball and we go to bed and it's a good day. So.
Yep, and then of course you'll be back tomorrow here again.
Yes.
You will play one of the Hazelwoods tomorrow there.
Yes.
I believe Hazelwood West for the boys.
Yes, yes. Which they're a big athletic team. I think we match up well with them. that should be a good game for us. You know? Every game is 50-50. You either got a chance of winning or you got a chance of losing. You know?
Yep. And there's something like with these holiday tournaments that's really neat though that they do is, you know, it's not necessarily matched up by 1 through 8. You know, you'll get a, you know, St. Louis team, and then you'll get an area team type deal, and it's kind of neat how it matches up that way at times where, you know, you'll play teams that you really would never play.
Yeah, it's always fun when you're not playing your conference schedule, when you get to see new teams, and, you know, you got a game plan for a new coach. You got to work a little bit harder to try and keep your team competitive. That's always exciting. Makes you earn your paycheck during these holiday tournaments.
Yep.
With these quick turnarounds and not as much time to prepare your team. So.
Well, for instance, you're playing tomorrow, I believe, at 4 o'clock, right back here again. So.
Yes.
I mean, you really have enough time to go home and go on YouTube or MSHSAA TV and watch whatever video you can.
Right. So the good thing about Huddle is we've been able to kind of collect ahead of time on who our opponents would have been if we won or if we lost, just to kind of pre-scout. But we try to take every day to prepare for the next opponent. Try not to look too far ahead. You kind of get some snapshots with your scout, but you don't go too in depth. Thankfully, I've got 3 good assistants, and we're able to tackle some games together and try to put a game plan together that's going to make our guys successful.
Yep, and then on the video there, you've got the other game going on with Rolla on the video there, and Rolla right now leading 23 to single digits in the first there, but that's a team that you faced not too long ago there, about a week ago actually. You faced St. Pius, which is another good basketball team in this tournament.
Yeah, that was fun. At the Route 66 shootout, we were able to recognize the Final Four team, and our former Olympic captain, Dan Pippin, his son came down. We were able to recognize LJ Ford, introduce some folks into the Waynesville Hall of Fame. That was nice. And girls got a win over St. Elizabeth, and boys were able to get 2 wins, an exciting win over the St. Louis Blue Knights, and a win over the St. Pius X. So, yeah, that was a good time, that holiday tournament.
Yep, and then looking ahead, you know, being the head coach, originally he was the assistant coach, and then he wound up getting the head coach job after, you know, retirement there. But, you know, so what's one of the things that...
That's a kickball!
Coach Pritchard's excited. Coach Pritchard is a good coach. I love the intensity and the excitement that she coaches with. I love the love that she has for her girls. Her practices are very good. She does a lot of things that not a lot of coaches do. She's very big on team cohesive and bonding. And they're making Christmas decorations, and they're making really good memories on that girl's side.
I think part of that is, like, you know, she played at Drury there, and she was one of the top players at Drury with 3-point percentage and a couple other categories. And she was a Marshfield coach, and at Marshfield she had some pretty good success there. I think she had a
Final Four,
and then she had another, I think, quarterfinal appearance there.
Yep, she's had a lot of success in her career. And I know Waynesville's very excited to have her back home.
Oh yeah, one of the top Waynesville Lady Tigers here. You know, one of the reasons why these games are broadcast here with the help of Security Bank and a lot of the supporters of that.
Yeah. Shout out to the sponsors. Appreciate y'all.
But really, with the sponsors, I mean, there's a lot of them this year, and that's one reason why, you know, these games are done.
Yep. Now here's a fun historical fact. Your first live streaming game, you didn't have any sponsors, I don't think. You came to the Richland High School when I was the head coach there.
Yep, and that game is still...
And you broadcasted that game. Yep. What was that, 2015?
Yep, I think that's the second game on YouTube on there. You had a girls' game before that beat you to it.
Well, you're still in the same gym.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
I think
that we're a part of your history there.
Yeah, Manel started out there in Richland and, you know, just still trying the best to improve, and of course the automated technology now here, it makes things a whole lot easier.
Right. Well, Alan, what do you do for the kids and being able to broadcast these games to folks that may not be able to get here or at home abroad for the holiday, it means a lot.
Especially a community like Waynesville. A lot of the families here, they're not, some of them have no connection here except for, the military ones that are here, and the rest of their families in, California, wherever, some of them probably in Alaska.
Right. You are broadcasting across the nation, Alan.
Yeah.
So
actually, there's quite a bit of Germany in there and quite a bit of Europe in there.
Really?
I'm assuming a lot of those are probably a lot of the military that's stationed over there too.
Yes, with huge shout out to all of our service members for their commitment to the country, for their service to our great nation.
And I think that's one thing that Waynesville does around here, and even S&T, they do the military appreciation games. And
yep.
What's really cool is the Cardinals also do that now, and so does Missouri State. Where they
Well, I do believe we play Camdenton on January 14th, and we are having a military appreciation night that night.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
And what's really kind of neat, though, is even the soldiers that stayed back, Fort Leonard Wood, they went to Lebanon and Springfield and did some other stuff around St. Robert there, and where the community's hosted.
Yeah.
People that couldn't go home for the holidays.
Yeah. Missouri, so I grew up a California kid. Missouri folks, they do a special job of looking out for their own, taking care of their folks. I know people all across the nation are very appreciative of our military folks, but being in this military community around Fort Leonard Wood, they do a very special job of recognizing and appreciating what the young men and women that we have serving our country around our area.
Well, a good example of that was over Thanksgiving when a lot of the military that was still here, I think about almost every church had a free meal, or everywhere you had people saying, hey, go here, they got free Thanksgiving dinners and all that.
Yeah.
And there's probably 10, 12 different places around town.
Yep. Yeah, that's very giving of them. It's pretty awesome. But that's what the season is about. It's about being selfless. When your mission is called to serve others, you're going to find a deep purpose in life.
And then a lot of college kids still around Raleigh here too that stick around during the holiday breaks. The athletes really can't go anywhere because they just got done playing in Las Vegas, S&T here. And they just played a home game last Saturday.
Yeah. S&T, they have a young man, Aiden Burns, that I coached against last year over at their high school, playing for them now. He's a freshman this year. He's a pretty talented guy.
But S&T, another part of the community here, and they send groups out to do things out in Waynesville and the Raleigh community, and really both the Waynesville-Raleigh communities very interconnected with each other. Even though they're rivals, it's a very good.
Well, shout out to Missouri S&T for allowing us to use their facilities. Some kids dream of these moments of being able to play on a college gym, and they may never realize that moment, or get to experience that moment beyond high school. So it means a lot to be able to have these guys come in here. They got the whole scorers table filled up with professional workers. You get to play on this floor, this 94-foot floor, not an 84. And the one thing, kids see the white line and the black line, they don't understand. Those are not three-point lines. There's a shadow.
You can't see in there.
Yeah, there's a little shadow line in there. That is the three-point line. Our guys today, they struggled a little bit with finding that line. They got excited to shoot some 80s, some NBA threes.
Some of them have done very well at it, though. But anyways, Coach, it's about a halftime here, so appreciate it. We will talk to you a little bit later. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thank you, Alan. I appreciate it.
Pawn Shop is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and area teams in this area. Check them out just outside the main gate of Fort Leonard Wood. Talk to Dan for all of your hunting needs, electronic needs, whatever it may be. Dan would probably have it. Post Pawn Shop is a proud supporter. Security Bank of Pulaski County is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and a main supporter of all of our sports that we produce this year, including the Waynesville Tigers and all the Frisco League teams. Be sure to support the teams by supporting Security Bank. Security Bank's member FDIC, 2 convenient locations in Waynesville and St. Robert. Show Me Candies and More is a proud supporter of the area teams and Allen Hilliard Sports. We want to thank them for everything, and again, thank you, Show Me Candies and More, all your freeze-dried candies. Check them out on Facebook. Chris Pills Basketball is a proud sponsor of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Frisco League teams, a former Licking Wildcat. Check him out, Chris Pills Basketball. Check out Cup of Faith Coffee in Dixon, Missouri, right next to the old Chinese restaurant. If you want a good cup of joe, Cup of Faith has you covered in Dixon, Missouri on Main Street. CSC Excavating is a proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs. Check them out. Give William Alexander a call at 573-308-7635 for all your dirt working needs and construction needs. Go Bulldogs. The Dixon School District and Dixon Bulldogs and Dixon Booster Club are all proud supporters of Allen Hilliard Sports and the sports we cover. They are helping to provide coverage of the Frisco League Tournament and provide home coverage of the Dixon Bulldogs and district coverage of their sports.
And we are here. We got the former Waynesville Tiger here, coach of the Raytown here. Coach, how you doing? Yep. So, Coach, you've been definitely got the audio up a little high there. But anyways, you've been around basketball wild and coaching track and for a few years now, I guess safe to say. So how are things going this year basketball wise up there?
We're having an okay season. We're still a work in progress. It's been a way better beginning of the season than it was last year, so see how we do the rest of the way.
Yep. And then coming in, playing for, a chance to get some hardware here. And have you faced Vashon before? Is that a matchup that you've had in the past? Or?
No, haven't played them before. I've seen them when I was in Jeff City. We saw them a few times, but we didn't play them. They've had some history. Some pretty good teams in the past.
Well, the last few years, they've, I think, had a Final Four appearance. And been really a solid program overall. And, kind of what are some of the differences, where you've been in Jeff City, Waynesville? Any differences that you've seen basketball with Kansas City maybe, or how some of the team conferences are aligned, or just some of the differences between, city and...
A lot of closer schools, so some kids may not stay where they're at. Like in Jeff City, we usually had our teams pretty solid from middle school all the way up. A little different there. But we have some, we're a young team. We're missing one player. My daughter's out again. She has a concussion, got a concussion in her left arm, so she won't be playing this.
All right, back here again for some Tiger basketball again. And again, Coach, talking about the schools being a lot closer. Well, an example, the new conference Waynesville's in is definitely not closer than I'm sure your conference schools are.
Everything's probably about 20 minutes most away from everything. Who's Waynesville with now?
We are the COC now with Joplin, Webb City. So there is a pretty good stretch between. But one of those conferences that is very solid, very good conference. Very competitive, especially football, basketball. One of the upsets today, I noticed, I was told Bolivar beat Nix in the blue and gold down there. Did some looking with someone else trying to figure out when the last time that happened, and it's been at least 20 years since someone's upset the one seed, or an unseeded team has in the first round.
Get all the way there. That is his second.
But in basketball, anybody can beat anybody on any given day.
Oh yeah, it's like, for example, this game here, you know, the game over at the high school there, Principia came in, they just dominated the first game, and really Mexico is holding their own right now against them, so it's one of those examples of just 2 different days, 2 different outcomes.
Numbers!
All right, Coach, appreciate it there. We will see you. Your game will be on the stream there, so.
All right, well, it's nice talking to you.
Yep.
Take it easy.
I could have sworn it was open.
Rookie move.
I was a rookie once.
Caitlin Clark.
Aren't you Rookie of the Year?
That was last year. Ancient history. The stories that I could tell you. Here, pull up a chair.
Okay, I meant this rookie driver made that rookie move.
Whoa.
Dude.
You need someone with more experience. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, State Farm's here to help, no matter how long you've been in the game.
Game? Oh, man.
Rookie move. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cameron Irway is your local State Farm provider for the Salem-Licking area. He's also a supporter of the Licking Lady Wildcats and Wildcats basketball programs. Give him a call for all your insurance needs. Ease Painting and More is a proud supporter of the Frisco League tournament this season. Good luck to all the teams. DNC General Contractors in the Newburgh-Rolla area is a proud supporter of Newburgh Wolves and Lady Wolves, as well as the Lady Bulldogs this season. The Dog Patch Gas Station is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Dixon Bulldogs in all of their sports, including basketball and baseball, among others. Be sure to check them out or stop in for a sandwich or a breakfast sandwich of some sort. They make some of the best sandwiches in the area. Dog Patch on the corner of Highway D and Highway 28 on the way to Dixon. Gann Johnson Insurance is a proud supporter of Allen Hilliard Sports and the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs. For all your insurance needs, check her out on the main street of town right next to the Dixon School District office in the Old Bank. Gasco Sage Electric Co-op is a proud supporter of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs. They're proud to offer G-Tech Fiber, your local internet provider and telephone source for all your communications needs. Check them out. Just coming into town on Dixon on Highway 28.
And we are back here again. I gotta fix my audio. Make it more friendly to what we're doing here. There we go, back here, and Mr. Anthony Caruso here. No stranger to Southwest Missouri and some of these teams down this direction here.
Nope, I've been playing in the Kabul Christmas tournament I played in it 5 times in my career. So I'm very familiar with this tournament. It's a 16-school small team tournament. It's very packed. It gets really packed on championship nights. One of the best atmospheres you can play in. But it's also one of the most demanding, especially if you're like Pocahontas and you have to travel here every night.
Feels like the pace of the games here compared to the Rolla tournament coming from that. A lot quicker pace of games in smaller schools compared to some of the bigger schools. You know, they slow things down a lot more.
Well, it depends on which game you watch, Allen. If you watched our Hazelwood game, it looked pretty fast to me.
Yes, there was some that was very quick, and other games were very one-sided and very slow in the second half.
Well, right here you have 2 very competitive teams. I mean, look at these guys. They're on the ground. Number 11, he looks like the grittiest player I might have ever seen. In red, he's on every loose ball. He's on the floor.
Coffee, seen him earlier this year, a real good player for Pocahontas there, and Mountain View Liberty coming off state playoff appearance for football there. Well, so is Pocahontas in Arkansas.
They said number 11 carried the ball 49 times in 2 games, and then he put on a basketball uniform. They made a deep run. I think they were 1 game away from the state championship game.
Yes, well, one from the state tournament.
Well, they were in the state tournament, no?
Well, they do a regional, then they do the state after regional.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Arkansas, I do kind of like the idea of...
It's a round-robin district tournament, then you play in the regional, and then you'll play, I think top 6 make it in the state championship or something like that in Arkansas.
I do like the idea of finishing second in districts and still getting advanced into the next bracket of the state.
It used to be like that in Missouri, actually, at one point.
Really?
There used to be 6 to 8 teams in each football district, and you just played your schedule, and they just seeded you that way. And then when you played districts, the top 2 moved on to the actual tournament. But that was many moons ago.
Look at that pass. There you go. Number 4, he's a pretty solid player for him. I believe he's just a sophomore.
Yes, he is.
He's had some good showings. I think he had a 30-point night down there at the Mammoth Springs tournament. I watched him down at the Van Buren Current River Classic. He had a good showing out there. I think that's a real good young talent that Coach Bills has got to work with right there.
I would say he does too there. You can tell their style of basketball down there. It's not a lot of wasting your time out here at half court with Arkansas because you've got the 35-second limitation no matter what every single play.
That's right. They have the shot clock down there. There's a lot of Missouri coaches that are pulling for the shot clock.
I think it's one of those where you're either for it or coaches are against it. It's not kind of a middle ground, it seems like, on that one. But I could see bigger schools eventually adopting it, where if they make a rule where bigger schools have to use it, I could see that eventually coming in.
It'll be interesting to see how NFHS and MSHSAA wind up implementing that. MSHSAA kind of snuck it this fall into, the format of tournaments and shootouts.
Well, technically they could be doing a shot clock this tournament with how many games there are, but
they could. But you had to notify the schools, and I believe all schools had to agree to it. But if you go back to the voting of, what MSHSAA put out their questionnaire as far as does anybody want a shot clock, I believe the large majority was no, we do not want a shot clock in the state of Missouri. And then in the fall, it was, here's your opportunity to use a shot clock.
Well, I think what's going to happen is eventually it's going to come down as a rule requirement eventually from NFHS as a standard.
I would say you're probably right, Alan. They're making a few rule changes here in the past few years. I mean, eliminating the 1-and-1, going to the shoot 2 at 5.
It's very similar to the old women's college rules. Well, current women's college rules, but
and we've adapted, and I have not noticed a lot of changes in the game.
I think we're actually a little shorter on games, I think, now than what we used to be, time-wise average.
Yeah.
So a lot of games are averaging 40 minutes, I think, when I go to edit them, which compared to before, it used to be at least an hour per game. So I did think it did save some time in the long run in most games.
That's interesting. Oh, and I'm glad I made it down. I was driving down Highway 17, getting ready to turn on 60, and I remember my old friend Coach Phillips here, who's coaching the Redskins. He's got a game tonight. I thought I'd stop in and say hi, man. I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, not a problem there. Appreciate you coming over there. And so overall, the Rolla tournament there, kind of what's a wrap up with how everything went with that. He came away with a victory today over St. Pius.
Yeah, it's hard to beat a team twice. We made sure our guys their engines were revved up this morning. It's hard to wake up, play a game at 9 a.m. It's even tougher, within 24 hours of trying to handle a defeat. But our guys, they answered the bell and worked out really well in our favor. At the games, I felt like we probably could have been a little bit more competitive, put ourselves in better positions to win. But I do like some of the things that I saw in that tournament. I think our young guys are growing. They're taking on more responsibility. They're getting a better feel for the varsity game.
Seen a lot of really good ball handling today during that game this morning.
It is. Kids are resilient. We start 3 sophomore guards, and we ask them to do a lot of things that they didn't get to do. Last year, coming from the freshman team to maybe the JV team, a lot of the guys didn't get a lot of playing time on the varsity, but that doing what they're asking, they're doing what's asked of them, and they're growing. We're getting better, you know, and I like our character and how we respond to adversity. We don't get down on ourselves. We're not negative. We don't try to tear each other down. You know, I like the team that we're becoming. It's hard to be a good teammate. I feel like those young guys are becoming good teammates. Look at that kid. He's about 6'4".
Yes, there's some talent there. I don't have the heights on here, but I believe a couple of them are 6'3", 6'4".
Number 12, I believe he's a senior.
Yep, Swan. The game in the Current River Shootout, he was a real standout in that one. He was, essentially could do what he wanted inside the paint.
He can. I like this young guard, number 23 as well. I believe he's a senior.
Yep, Kios. He's another one that able to hit some key threes when need to, and good ball handler.
I think these guys are really enjoying, what Coach Phillips has brought, his style, his way of coaching, his style of play. I think these guys have really enjoyed that. They didn't have a lot of success in the past few years. It's been nice to see Coach Bills be able to retire and get to enjoy retirement.
Yeah.
Coaching basketball and being successful at it.
Well, he's still got to work as a middle school principal.
Right? I know it's a blessing for Coach Bills to get to work with elementary kids every day. They say working with the young ones keeps you young. So Coach is adding years to his life by working with the young kids.
Honestly, one of my favorite places sub is in the elementaries, though. No day is the same there.
No.
Generally, the high school day, you can kind of predict your day from what the schedule says. If you're doing the same class, you know what you're going to do every hour, basically. Elementary, your plans can change in a hurry depending on how sometimes the class just don't want to cooperate that well, and then you're doing some extra recess or you're doing something to...
Look at that pass. He's able to save it, though.
See an example there of the ball
movement. Down. That was about to be a good sequence of events.
Yeah, I mean, just the way with the shot clock and the way Bill's offense is, it really works well down in Arkansas. And it's kind of a mix between slowing it down, but he keeps a tempo going when they're on offense.
Yeah. With the shot clock, you're able to do a few things. The clock itself can be something that triggers some sort of a defensive change. It can trigger an offensive change. You can run a set at a certain number. You can change the defense at a certain number. And it's big and it's bold and red right above the goal. So I mean, you can see it on offense. It's a little bit tougher on defense, but I think guys can communicate that out. I mean, they can see it on the other side of the floor.
Now, looking at this weekend there, you had the shot clock at S&T up there. They didn't use it, but it was up there. And also Rolla High School appears. I'm pretty sure there's a shot clock built in that new system there. They got the shot clock on it.
They got all the bells and whistles in that new gym.
And that is a very nice gym that they built right there.
Yes, it is.
Now, their media area is a little higher than this one. But now something like that, that'd be a good example to show, for MSHSAA to show kind of what a shot clock could do though down the road, if they wanted to ever implement that, where both facilities have the ability to do that.
Yeah. Here's the old triangle. It's amazing that something so simple can work, but you don't have to reinvent basketball. The little things, the simple things can work. I mean, look at that. Wide open driving lane.
I do that with my youth basketball team all the time, and you'd be amazed how far you can stretch the defense out, and all it takes is one to be out of position. You got a wide open layup, just pass over everybody.
Feels like every time the Redskins get an opportunity to start to pull away, There's a whistle that goes against him.
That happens there. That is Swan with his second foul. So he is probably, I wonder if he's going to take a break for a little bit here. Well, I don't see a sub, well, maybe. Nope, I don't see a sub coming in for him, so. And he's one of those players, you know, really a good defensive stand player down there that kind of.
He's a good, strong body. I imagine Coach Bills will want to hold the ball for the last shot here. Let's see if these guys let him do that. Here we go. We got some triangle delay coming in.
Well, looks like their defense are going to let them take their time there. They're what, in a 2-1-2 defense, or are they in a zone there?
They're in a zone.
I was about to say, now they're in a 2. Now they're in a 2. Well, looks like they're in a 2-3, but they're in a zone for sure.
Now they put that guy right dead center in the middle of the lane after giving up that last layup. They said, not again. Now this kid's going to have to get this ball out of his corner. Here we go. Oh, you got to get a shot. You got to get a shot. There it is.
There it is.
Buzzer beater.
Oh.
All right, Allen, man. I appreciate you. I better get down to the wife and kids.
All right, not a problem there. We will see you later there. We're going to go into the break. It is Pocahontas on top by 7.
I could have sworn it was open.
Rookie move.
I was a rookie once.
Caitlin Clark.
Aren't you Rookie of the Year?
That was last year. Ancient history. The stories that I could tell you. Here, pull up a chair.
Okay, I meant this rookie driver made that rookie move.
Whoa.
Dude.
You need someone with more experience. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, State Farm's here to help, no matter how long you've been in the game.
Game? Oh, man.
Rookie move.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cameron Irway is your local State Farm provider for the Salem-Licking area. He's also a supporter of the Licking Lady Wildcats and Wildcats basketball programs. Give him a call for all your insurance needs. Home Plate Grill is a proud sponsor of the Dixon Bulldogs and Lady Bulldogs this season. Check them out down by the police station in Dixon, Missouri. Great burgers, great food, great service. Dixon Home Plate Bar and Grill, your local restaurant for a good time. And the Frisco League Tournament for 2024 is proudly supported by Security Bank of Pulaski County as our main tournament sponsor. And also our Boys and Girls Tournament sponsor is the Bank of Crocker. Both member FDIC, both supporting local community for many years. Be sure to support them for all your banking needs, whether it be for a car loan, house loan, whatever it needs. Again, member FDIC. Allen Hilliard Sports can be found on Facebook, and you can watch all the games for free on YouTube, except for playoff games. Playoff games will be on MSHSAA.tv, along with some regular season games.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head.